Hello, and welcome back to ATK 42 Games. I'm your host, as always, Alex. And tonight I'm being joined by
Dr. Tiffany Knoll, Associate Teaching Professor, Department of Popular Culture, Bowling Green State University. But I think you call me something else, Alex.
Yeah, I typically just call you Mom.
All right. Well, tonight we're going to be looking at dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs. Stop motion dinosaurs. And honestly, I'd forgotten about this movie until earlier this week.
Yeah?
Oh, am I very quiet?
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense.
What's going on?
I turned it down for, Hive Swap.
Oh.
Yeah. Is that
And
better, Cat?
Hey, Fiendy! Hi there!
Hey, this is Fiend. How's it going?
Oh, goodness. All right. Now, one of the things that we're going to be starting with tonight that we don't usually get to have is a trailer from our film, or for our film. So...
Alright, I'm
got it.
Just go ahead and pop over there and start up the
Let's
trailer
do.
then.
Okay. This one is provided by UCLA's Film Archives.
So we actually got music this time.
Kind of. Oh, that would be why. Okay, so we do actually get sound. Woo! Mighty prehistoric monsters. This movie sets the stage for a whole bunch of monster movies later on.
Oh yeah, I have no doubt. Intro to film, huh? Oh, pretends to eat popcorn while all curled up in a blanket. Nice.
Now, I don't know if you noticed, but I think that dinosaur had a joint.
Yeah,
You'll see
sense.
it later. Yeah.
Also, hey, Captain Hammer, missed you coming in.
Oh, yep. Oh, you poor things. I like that they point out that there's a distinction with human actors.
I mean, you gotta relate to the people.
Well, there are days I'd rather relate to the dinosaurs.
Fair enough. Welcome, Puzzle Buzzkill.
Patch Buzzkill.
Patch Buzzkill. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Try.
Oh, and yes, that did say A. Conan Doyle. Okay, Patch Buzzkill, who knows you? Is it me or is it Alex?
It's not ringing a bell.
Nor for me.
I'm also terrible with names, so...
Looks like it might be me.
They cook.
Alana, is that you? Patty! Oh, it's good to see you, friend. Welcome, welcome. Alex, everyday people.
Ah! Hey! Solid. Welcome.
I love this. You forfeit your right to see the greatest entertainment the brains of man have ever achieved if you miss.
I mean, yeah, kinda. These dinosaurs are looking pretty cool, not gonna lie.
For 1925, you bet your tail they are.
Mm-hmm. All
All
right.
right.
So, on over to our main event.
Now, for those of you who are just joining us for the first time, or maybe even you need a reminder, while the movies that we're watching are in the public domain, the soundtracks usually attached to them are not.
Yep.
As a result, the way we've chosen to address that is to mute the sound because, yes, there is sound, but we can't use it.
Yep.
And instead, what we do is we talk you through the movie. We
Mhm.
give you background, we give you historical significance. There's usually lots of just straight up smartassery.
Often.
So that's why we say where the movies are silent, but the hosts are not.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Earl Hudson, eh? Nice. I like it. MST3K. Exactly. Pretty much.
Very much, but with a slightly more educational component.
Yeah. Because who doesn't love a little bit of history?
I could think of several people who are not big fans, but we're trying to make this pleasant. So,
Fair.
all right. I think my favorite credit here is Jocko by himself. Yeah, well, Pat, at least I'm consistent.
Hmm. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, author of the story. Wow.
Conan Doyle didn't just write Sherlock Holmes, obviously.
Yeah.
What he also developed was a series known as the Professor Challenger Adventures. And I gotta say, learning about this character was something I was unprepared for. The first book, The Lost World, on which our film is based, was released in 1912. And originally it was presented in the Strand magazine the same way, in the same serialized format that Sherlock Holmes had been. Conan Doyle did have a few books with this fella. He had The Lost World, The Poisoned Belt, The Land of Mist, and those were all full-length novels. Eventually, there were a couple of short stories, When the World Screamed, and The Disintegration Machine.
That one sounds interesting.
Yeah, well, apparently other authors thought so too. And so Professor Challenger ended up going all over the place with other authors. So let's see.
Solid. Also,
There was even
Amber.
Oh, go ahead.
Amber's not a terrible choice of color for a film.
No, and one of the things I do like is that it is Feeny. It's absolutely tinted according to what is supposed to be going on with the scene. Okay, honestly, that cat, MVP of the movie so far.
Oh, absolutely.
Love that baby. This film tinting was fairly common because it was able to show different times of day, different. It is a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, Wells and Sir Arthur Conan Doyle were contemporaries, so there was a lot of that in the air.
Mm-hmm. Pseudo color, indeed. Oh, you.
It's used as a storytelling device.
Yeah.
Personally, I think it's very clever. There have been a bunch of adaptations of The Lost World, including a 1948 manga. Let's see. Comic adaptations. Here are like comic book adaptations here in the US. In fact, Professor
Lost
Challenger and
World
his
Jurassic Park.
companions were also mentioned in Alan Moore's The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah,
In
that tracks.
addition, in addition, there's another one that's, let's see. Challenger, alongside Nikola Tesla, plays a major role in two of Ralph Vaughn's four Sherlock Holmes slash H.P. Lovecraft crossovers.
Oh, I see. He's a klutz.
Yeah, he
He's
means well.
he does, but
Hmm.
he's a little bit clumsy. Oh,
Additionally,
sir. Oh, oh dear.
oh wow. I've had days like this.
I think we've all had days like this.
Hmm. So, as far as playing Professor Challenger, we've had the following folks step up: Wallace Beery, who you're going to see tonight, Francis L. Sullivan in a radio adaptation in 1944, Claude Rains in 1960, Basil Rathbone in a 1966 radio style audio adaptation, Francis DeWolf, again, radio broadcast, John Rhys Davies in the 1992 film The Lost World and its sequel, which was also inexplicably released in 1992, Return to the Lost World. Armin Shimmerman has played the role. Patrick Bergen, Peter McCauley, Bob Hoskins, Bruce Boxleitner, Bill Patterson, David Robb, and most recently, Martin W. Payne.
Hey, you may want to look at chat real quick. See
I
who just
am.
joined.
Hey, Jonathan, nice to see you.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, work. I love that. I'm glad that the color didn't completely turn you off.
Yeah, I agree. You know, this is starting to give me serious vibes of Journey to the Center of the Earth.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Who was responsible for that book?
I honestly don't remember.
I'm thinking Verne, but as in Jules Verne, but I
Yeah.
want to be sure.
You know, that sounds about right, actually.
Yep, Jules Verne
Yeah.
called it.
Tinting scenes like this is genius, and I wish more old black and white films used it. Uh, a lot of films did. Oh. Yeah.
Okay, this is pretty clever, trying to get around the whole Yeah, my press credentials probably not going to get me in there.
Yeah,
I gotta.
he worked with it.
Coleoptera. Let's check that out. Ah, this one is not insects in general. This is very specifically beetles.
Hmm.
They brought noisemakers to this thing? Rude. No respect, I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, he is seen as a crackpot.
Mastiffs and mammoths are pretty close. You're asking him to bring two of the same thing. I just think you need to, sit back.
Yeah, chill.
Oh, okay. Spineless worms. Correct. They do not have a spine as we know it.
Hmm. The more you know.
I just love how he's absolutely reading them for filth right now. Just like, yeah, no, y'all are just cowards. That apology is amazing. Sorry if I offended you, worms.
Yeah. Just roast him a little bit more, why don't you?
Honestly, I respect it.
Yeah.
Okay. I really like how he's basically saying, all right, put up or shut up, people.
Yeah.
In addition to Professor Challenger here, apparently he has descendants that are also existent in the literary world. One of them is Dr. Titania Challenger. She is part of a comic series called Section Zero. And this is published by Panic Button Press. If anybody is interested in more information on that character, I've loaded it into the chat.
Okay. I would check it out, but I can't.
Oh, you're a bit busy.
Yeah.
He keeps throwing in that if we return. Is he doing that to discourage people or to ensure that they know precisely what they're getting themselves into?
I think it's more so you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. Like, the man on stage is clearly not screwing around.
No, he most certainly is not. I love that. Probably the brain of a child, but the body of an athlete. Accept it. Rude? I promise, all geniuses aren't like this.
Yes. Can't confirm.
Uh-oh. He's about to get outed. Well done. Oh, chased him out of the hall.
He's mad.
Holy cats.
But he did volunteer.
Yeah, that's not the part that I think he's focusing on right now. Right now, I think it's you're a journalist, and I must crush you.
Yeah. Funny stance to take on the press, honestly.
In 1925, yeah, that was not necessarily the best of moves.
Yeah.
Oh, he lost his hat. Poor thing.
Rip. Wow. That very dangerous and very illegal.
What, just hopping on the back?
Yes.
I love it, though. It demonstrates that this guy has audacity.
Extreme audacity. He's about to get arrested.
Somebody's about to get beat.
Well.
Thinking you're gonna
Yeah.
face death right now.
Yeah.
Jeez. Do people actually fight like that?
Daredevil reporter. Love it.
And not even in the Matt Murdock kind of way. Okay, at least he owns his nonsense.
Yeah.
Move along, move along. Just about.
Yeah, probably.
Mm. Well, you wouldn't let him say anything, you dingus.
Yeah, you did kind of run him out twice.
Uh-huh. I'm telling you, Jonathan, you're not wrong. Okay, so this is not the first time this has happened.
Also, rude.
You know, he may have put her up on a pedestal, but it should be noted, I'm pretty sure she runs the joint.
Probably. That answers that.
Yeah, I know, right? Just if he gets abusive again, you just call me. That in and of itself just says everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, God. Okay, fine. I'm going to sit down now. Jeez. Okay, so Wallace Beery was not only a powerful star. He was a personality in his own right.
I can see why. He's got a
Mhm.
presence.
You're not wrong.
That beard.
I think that might be one of the few times I've seen him in this presentation.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I tend to think of him more from his 1931 film The Champ, where the whole beard and wild hair, not gonna happen.
Fair.
Excuse me.
He looks familiar.
The guy in the middle?
Film. Yeah.
Yeah, he should. That's the guy who got him in.
Fair. Yeah,
I don't know.
can
I
see
think Grant had plenty of reason to drink. I mean, he was friends with Stonewall Jackson.
it.
Hey, Alex, that
Yeah.
reminds me. Do you remember the Bros Before Hoes paper? Yeah, the American Civil War.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was a time.
Oh boy. A
Oh, look, it's
living
an owl.
brontosaurus.
But there was an
Wow.
Allosaurus a minute ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently, when Wallace Beery died in 1949, he had a heart condition and he ate a fairly large dinner that night. Afterward was reading the papers and magazines, and at about 10 p.m., he just died.
Hmm.
So, of the roles that he was known for, in addition to The Champ, he was also known for a role in Grand Hotel. And let's see. I'm reading his obituary right now.
Gotcha.
It's from the Los Angeles Times.
Yeah, that sounds like a good place to get that kind of information.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, he didn't get any further than a 5th grade education. No, I take it back. No, he did stop in 5th grade. His brother Noah stopped in 7th. One of his first jobs was tending elephants in a circus. And by his teens, he became one of the best elephant handlers in the business.
Sounds exciting.
Based on that reputation, he was able to secure a job with the Ringling Brothers Circus. Eventually, he decided to give up the elephants, and he joined the chorus of the play Babes in Toyland. When he was in his early 20s, he started getting attention from motion picture studios. And from there, it pretty much just went on.
Solid.
Apparently, Sound Pictures temporarily put him to the side because his voice and his appearance just didn't quite match. As with a lot of folks,
What,
when it
was
comes
it really
to the,
high pitched or something?
I don't think so. It might have been a diction issue.
Ah.
There are lots of different things that could happen with that.
Yeah, that's fair.
However, when he was cast by Irving Thalberg in the film The Big House, that was late 1920s, and it was off to the races after that. This is made by First National Pictures, and I learned today that First National really should be mentioned a whole lot sooner in film history, and not just as a, oh, well, it was one of the minors. Actually, It wasn't that minor at all.
Really?
hmm First National was established in 1917 as First National Exhibitors Circuit. So what they would do is they would gather
Oh.
independent cinemas and put them into kind of a confederation, in addition to owning or contracting with over 600 theaters, both first run and second run. First run is going to be when you've got a film that makes its debut. Second run is where you send a movie when it's no longer as profitable, but you're still trying to wring whatever you can out of it.
Mhm.
When we talk about Hollywood studios from this era, we typically talk about those that by the 1930s would be referred to as the Big Five and the Little Three. The Big Five being Warner Brothers, Paramount, MGM, RKO, and Fox, and the Little Three being Universal, Columbia, and United Artists. So they were in Los Angeles. So the reason
Okay.
that First National was considered such a threat, and seriously, Adolph Zukor of Paramount tried to sue because there was a concern that First National was approaching being or establishing a monopoly. I'm not saying that they didn't, but I am going to say so did everybody else at that point. First National established their business and organized their business as a vertical monopoly. Through the practice of vertical integration,
You good? Hello?
under,
Ah. Internet.
okay, looks like I had a
Yep, you had a
looks
hiccup.
like yeah. Are we okay now?
Yep.
Okay, so what was the last thing I said?
uh, let's see.
Was I talking about vertical integration?
Yes, you were.
Okay. So First National was able to establish a monopoly in and of itself with vertical integration, where you have the studio controlling production, distribution, and exhibition all under the same roof. The other studios in the Big Five and the Little Three also did the same thing.
Mhm.
And that's part of what led to antitrust actions from the Federal Trade Commission as early as the early 1920s. By about 1923, there were already calls to start breaking up those vertical monopolies. And I need to take a pause on that so that we can talk about what's going on here.
Awesome map action indeed. Hello, Parrot.
We have another beautifully tinted screen here. Now, by this point, of course, they've already gone up the Amazon. And at this point, I do need to address the racial element in this film.
Hmm.
Okay, honestly, Parrot,
Yeah.
you are a good bird. Oh, there goes his pencil. Honey, you're not getting that back.
Yeah. Most assuredly not.
It belongs to the gator now.
Hmm.
Or crocodile. I didn't really see the snout. Right. Because this is set in South America, we are going to have some indigenous representation, but it's very definitely through a white lens, which is what you just saw with the young woman strumming a guitar.
Mm-hmm. Beetle.
Tell if the baby on the floor is laughing or crying.
I think it's just vibing.
You think?
Well, no, that's definitely crying. You could see
Okay,
the
honestly,
face for a split second.
good job, Parrot. I am Team Parrot in that interaction.
Hmm. Yep. Time
Uh,
to crack out the
some,
drugs.
somebody's starting to pine.
Hmm?
Hmm.
Oh.
And another representation of those folks living in South America.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yes, it is.
Unfortunately, brown face is something that happens. I mean, we've already seen brown face in this film, but just as a heads up, there is also a blackface character in this film. And we'll talk about that when we get there.
Timely tint for today's holiday. Yeah, it is St. Patty's Day, isn't it?
To adventure, apparently.
Jeebus indeed.
I like that there are these dispatches back to London. That is good.
Hmm. Ah, yes. Very real deer. I don't know, something felt off about that deer. Maybe it was moving too fast.
No, there is something uncanny about it.
Okay.
Heavily drugged jaguar. You are probably not wrong about that because otherwise, I'm fairly certain that he would have turned the little pig that they have with them into pork chops.
Yeah. Okay.
Alex, did you know? Did you have any idea?
A little bit. Yeah.
So when First National wasn't busy giving Adolf Zukor of Paramount absolute conniptions, they were also partnering with Warner Brothers. First National remained independent until 1928, at which time they connected with Warner Brothers, and they were ultimately absorbed by them in 1929. But what we did see, oh, hey, it's a sloth. Hello, friend.
Sloth and baby sloth.
Okay, honestly, how can somebody just look afraid? They're cute.
Fair.
Oh, that is a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, honestly, Fiendy, if that's the case, I want to hear your first single, and I want to hear it just ASAP.
That's a good idea.
Just saying, once they started merging with Warner Brothers, they became kind of a, I don't want to say necessarily a sub studio, but for a while the credits were a Warner Brothers First National picture. But when First National utterly dissolved in 1936, it was all Warner Brothers all the time after that. Okay.
Well,
I'm fairly certain neither of these should be
that'll
in South
happen.
America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about the big cliff, or the monkeys and the bears.
I am talking about the monkey, the chimpanzee.
Yeah.
The bears are cute though.
Yeah, you say that until Mama shows up.
That's true. Oh, these are full-grown spectacle bears.
Oh, my mistake.
Mine too.
Even then, likely to have very sharp claws.
What put into that crate? Was it like bear crack? Okay, honestly, Pat, Adderall also makes sense. Okay, this is not that thing is not meant to represent someone, a black person. Instead, that is meant to be a primitive being. No, the blackface is still coming. You need to remember too that at this point, paleontology was still very much a developing science.
Yeah.
So paleontology, anthropology, yeah, that was still in process. I'm sorry, I don't know what chuds are, and I'm half afraid to look.
Fair enough.
That's like one of those things where I feel like, oh, gotcha.
Yeah, pterodactyl.
Nice. Chud stands for Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dweller.
Okay, yeah, that might describe what's going on there. Yeah, no kidding.
Yep, there goes Pork Chop.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, little pterodon. Yes, that is stop motion. I'm so glad you asked. And as it happens, the gentleman responsible for the animation in this film is named Willis O'Brien. Willis O'Brien was not only the gentleman who was behind 1933's King Kong, but he was also the mentor of Ray Harryhausen, who is known in film history as one of the great stop motion animators.
Indeed, he is.
I will admit, when I was previewing this film, I had it running at 1.75 speed.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, I had to turn off the sound, though. I couldn't handle the sound. Hello! Our friend, our Brontosaurus.
Yeah. Didn't they say something about live brontosauruses?
They sure did.
Yeah. Hey, at least the pamphlet was accurate.
God, can you imagine one of the folks on this expedition saying, I demand to see your manager. I did not see a single brontosaur. I'm very disappointed.
Like this is some sort of vacation trip.
You have to know that somebody must have wandered onto it with that assumption.
I mean, it's entirely possible.
Uh, Honestly, new headcanon dropped. Oh, Chud also means a person who holds socio-political views seen as regressive or bigoted.
Hmm?
Interesting.
The more you know.
Every time you say that, Al, I just want to get the NBC star with the rainbow tail.
Yep. That's
Da-da-da. Yeah, that's it.
that's the idea.
Uh-oh, somebody got his attention.
Chud is also surprisingly good for being a terrible movie. Bad writing, bad acting, but well crafted.
All right.
Good to know.
You may have just seen. Yes, Jocko is the little monkey. We like the monkey.
Mhm. Yeah, that would be a little nerve wracking. Especially given that something's already tried to kill you while you've been here. Don't look down.
I gotta say, the movies made with or between Warner Brothers and First National
Mhm.
actually pretty extraordinary. For you have, let's see, Little Caesar in 1931, Captain Blood 1935.
Mhm.
You, as far as it being just First National, you've got The Kid, starring Charlie Chaplin, and I have a ginger widget who just popped into my lap.
Solid.
Let's see, we've got The Lost World here.
This guy's stopping to look at his bugs again.
He's dangerous. He should just not. Other films produced by First National / Warner Brothers include Three on a Match, Wonder Bar, Safe in Hell, G-Men, Gold Diggers of 1935, Female, and a bunch of the ones that I've just mentioned. Excuse you, that I've just mentioned were pre-code films,
Hmm.
and that's pre-motion picture production code films.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
that's good stuff.
Often, yes.
Yeah, I have a feeling that tree will definitely be there when they come back.
Oh, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Not going anywhere. Sturdy as they come.
Oh, are you talking about the gentleman who is waiting down at the base camp? Pat?
Uh,
Oh, that's right, little one. Skedaddle. Oh.
oh.
Thank you, Captain Hammer. Boy, they sure got a lot of mileage out of putting the camera on her
Yeah.
and just letting her emote. Yours shoots beans, not peas?
What?
I really like how Jocko's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna chill here, just watch what's happening. I know. No elephant guns in sight.
I mean, somebody's got a rifle. Oh yeah, it is way too short though to be an elephant gun. Oh, 2 rifles. Excuse me.
Well, what was that you were saying about that tree bridge?
Oh yeah, totally
Okay.
going to be there by the end of the film.
Uh, what you just saw peeking out from underneath that tent was the example of blackface that I've been warning about.
Yeah. That is not the first time that character's shown up, but
Nope.
oh boy.
Yep.
You can see it.
Oh, yeah. No, blackface was one of those entertainment practices that developed thanks to minstrel shows and minstrelsy in the antebellum, in antebellum United States. Minstrel shows were used as a traveling kind of entertainment, but there is also the fact that they helped to establish the first sort of national humor and national set of songs that people just knew. Some songs that were popular then and that we still refer to now are things like Camptown Races, or there are jokes like, why did the chicken cross the road? Or who
Dang,
was
really?
that woman I saw you with last night? So, yeah. Now, the thing to know is that by this point, by 1925, there was a thriving film industry known as the race film industry. This was movies made by Black creators specifically for Black audiences. At this point, you've got a bunch of theaters that are segregated. And so Black creators knew that they had an audience. And it also gave an opportunity for Black creators to tell Black stories, as opposed to what is referred to as the blackface fixation, where you have white creators reproducing what they think the Black experience is. So, yes, we have this stereotype, and
Yeah.
they do try to dialectize his dialogue there.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. To be real honest, I'm a little surprised that, oh, why are you doing that to that lizard? That
He's
lizard did
examining it.
not ask. Yeah, Alex and I actually talked about the blackface in this film, and
Yeah.
I asked if she wanted to find something else, and her response was, we're going to encounter this when we're dealing with films from this era, so let's address it.
Yeah. No
So,
no reason to hide the fact that it happened, but
nope,
also no reason to encourage it.
precisely.
Mhm.
Okay, am I the only one picking up that the old guy, Sir John Roxon, or whatever his name is, might have a crush on Paula there?
Journalist?
No,
Journalist guy? Or
no, the old guy.
oh, the one who's always poking at bugs?
No, not no. I don't think he notices her at all. That guy, right there, the one with the pith helmet.
I think you're a little bit behind.
Probably.
Yeah, internet hiccups will do that to Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Oh, here we go.
It's entirely possible. Yeah, no, Bug Guy is definitely the first red shirt of the film.
Okay, honestly, I love these dinosaurs so much.
Oh, yeah. Like, they're out there doing their thing.
What is said that looked like they were fighting over earlier?
I said it looked like they started fighting over, like, French fries or something stupid like that.
Well, the guy in the tree.
It is a great fight, honestly. An Allosaurus, a mediator, the most vicious pests of the ancient world. I saw that line. What a good line.
I like how he's using his little hands to eat whatever he grabbed off the other dinosaur.
You all brought your Allosaurus traps, right?
Oh, look, it's a baby Triceratops.
Aw, cute. Well,
I don't think they get those for another century, Jen.
yeah, we that is a very recent discovery.
Alas. All right, looks like he's looking for his second course.
Yep, let's get out of here, kid.
Oh, wow. Honestly, just seeing that, I think they're calling it an Allosaur.
It's an Allosaurus.
Okay. I just love the speed with which it moves.
Use your elephant wrangling skills on those tricks. Ride them out. Yes.
Well, that's what they did in Doctor Who.
Oh, I love it. I mean, they're not particularly fast creatures, I imagine.
I don't know. I think they could probably outrun me.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, honestly, that's not good. Wasn't even a beetle, you idiot. It was a tick. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was clearly going for something in him. Or on him.
Y'all.
Well, that's, creepypasta.
I think it should just be the jaguar.
You know what? It's entirely possible it's just the drugged jaguar. Oh, it is not the drugged jaguar.
Hi, can I talk to you about our Lord and Savior, T-Rex?
I came to talk to you about some car insurance. How's that
We're
for
trying-
a fine how-do-you?
We're trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. Ah! Puff, puff, pass, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a drunk Allosaurus.
It's
Very.
drunk on power is what it's drunk on.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, yeah, especially I mean, it's just going after another, Triceratops. Dang,
Oh, I hear those
dude.
Triceratops are good eats.
Yeah, they are
Oh,
herbivores.
oh.
Oh, yeah, he's not getting up from that one. death,
Well,
blood, blood.
I think I think Jen said it earlier with you mess with the
Got it.
Triceratops, you get the horns.
Yeah.
Boy, the Triceratops is making certain it is done.
I mean, wouldn't you? Double tap.
Oh, absolutely. I mean that is rule 1.
Yes.
And what is rule 2?
Cardio.
That's right. Very good. Does she get to do anything other than look worried?
No, I think that's her role for the film. Honestly.
Got it. That is the
Yeah,
the
just a
actress
bet.
is Bessie Love, and sorry, I have a ginger cat who wants lots.
Oh no, you're good. Wait, did another one come by, or... Oh yeah, another one came by. Well,
Oh shoot!
yep, snack time.
When I was previewing this, my immediate thought was, he's eating him, just like on Fantasia.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, just like on Fantasia. Jeez. Oh, I haven't thought about that in a while. Oh, look, he has a friend.
Okay, I really don't want that thing to be playing peekaboo. That's
Yeah, I wouldn't be too happy about that either.
I recently saw peekaboo being described as making fun of babies for not having object permanence. And I kind of love that. Oh,
Yeah,
whoa,
not wrong.
you got a snack.
Yeah.
And then he stepped on it.
He just seems to be kind of saving up for the winter right now. Oh,
Okay.
dude, wipe your mouth. You got a little bit something there.
Ooh. May I recommend a towel?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, the plateau is lovely.
Mm-hmm. Might be a great place to build a house.
I wouldn't build a summer home here, but the trees are really quite lovely.
Sorry, I saw the cliff face and all I could think of was up.
Honestly, that seems to be a fairly common reaction.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
very well known. But
you think maybe he takes
this
fall
point.
damage here?
Yeah, probably.
Mm,
I mean, he
good.
did just get shot though.
Mm-hmm. Shot, fell out of a tree.
Yeah. And then he jumped a bush. Good 6-foot bush.
You do realize that there's only one way that can happen. Marsupial serum.
Clearly. Yeah. I'm sure we'll see him again later.
Oh, for the love of Crom. Sorry, the dialectized English is so irritating.
Hmm.
The Aperoo. So the guy in blackface there is named Jules Cowell or Cowles,
Mhm.
and it looks like he did a whole lot of like uncredited crowd kind of work. I can't imagine why after something like this.
Yeah.
Okay, in 1931, he played a role that is credited as Man on Train with Big Mustache.
Hey, at least he was memorable. Checking if it's bamboo or something?
No,
Perhaps setting up a trap. He's always one of those Keystone cops running around somewhere.
aw, got a duck bill there.
Well, you do. It's called a gun. Just, you know, aim. It's a
Aim
very
for the
simple point and
eyes.
click interface.
I'm sorry, did you just describe a gun as a point and click interface?
Yeah, it's very simple.
My child, I love you. And
Oh,
now it is
yeah.
purple.
We got purple now. Hell yeah.
They're really branching out as far as color.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's modern human. That's encouraging.
Yeah, and I'm fairly. You're not wrong, Captain Hammer.
Yeah.
uh, I don't think they're going to find her father.
Yeah, not to sound insensitive, but he's kind of toast.
All right, and now it's Caving, the movie.
Ooh. If there's fire coming out of a hole in the cave, I would not go toward the fire, personally. Like, that sounds like a great way to walk into a puddle of poisonous gas. It's okay, it's a purple cave. Oh, yeah, no, my mistake.
Unfortunate. No, apparently this isn't the only film in which Jules Cowles appears in blackface. Apparently there was another film.
Oh, whoops.
Well, There's another film called Seven Chances that's directed by Buster Keaton, in which same actor, blackface all over again. Also 1925.
Disappointing.
Yeah, needless to say, we will not be screening that one.
Understandable. You have wasted 5 bullets.
I don't know how much more ammunition he took up with him.
I don't know, but he's
Okay, Pat, honestly,
either out of ammo or 1 bullet short of being out of ammo.
Pat, I completely agree with you as far as Harold Lloyd. In fact, Alex, how would you feel about safety last for next week?
I'd love to.
Let's do it.
I was hoping to get to that one. It's a very famous silent film, after all.
It is. And it's one that I already have digitized.
Yeah.
Compliments of your brother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we're watching this, but can you imagine what 1925 audiences would have made of the 1993 film Jurassic Park?
Mind-blowing, honestly. To have a dinosaur and an actor on the screen at the same time.
Well, and that's the thing. Dinosaurs are known divas. So if you don't ensure that their trailers are equipped, are stocked with all of the snacks they're after, you know, your pterodactyls, your triceratops chunks,
Yeah, you're gonna lose an intern.
easily.
Mm-hmm. It's a very risky business working with dinosaurs on set.
Well, you know, there actually was a dinosaur wrangler on that film. On
Yeah, it's in the credits.
Jurassic Park. That's right. The one thing they really had to watch out for with those dinosaurs, though, was over-caffeinating them.
Mm.
They had a very strict limit of no more than a gallon of espresso a day. In very small cups.
Right, right. That is a lot of coffee.
Oh, I know what I said.
Yeah. Whew. I mean, if y'all were able to construct a sturdy enough rope, you could easily tie it to a tree and then just rappel down. Oh, wait, are any of you actually climbers?
Can you construct a rudimentary lathe? He's trying real hard to just say, you know what? We're stuck here. We might as well just let everything else go. In other words, he has an itch to scratch.
It's really hard to repel a vertical surface. Fair enough.
Now, we watched a movie about the moon last week.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I think old dude is carrying a torch for her.
Yeah, probably.
Ah, the
Oh,
purple
yeah.
haze wave.
You can see it in his face.
Aww. The age gap, my dude, it would not have worked out.
Yeah. What happens in Purple Hazy Cave stays in Purple Hazy Cave. Ooh, boy.
Oh boy, indeed.
Yep.
No, most people at that point would have just taken the red pill and called it done.
Well,
I'm sorry, I'm going with the contemporary meaning of red pill.
yeah. Yep, they got a lot of shots of her being very emotive.
One thing that I learned about this is that there was a theme song written for it, and sheet music was released. It is literally called The Lost World, and that wasn't the first or last time that a song would be written, a theme song would be written, where the sheet music could be sold in conjunction with the release of the film. I did try to find a recording of it, and I came up short. What I might have to do is just play it on the piano just so I can hear how it sounds.
Okay.
I'm sorry. The Allosaurus just gets me. Just the way it's walking. Love that.
Yeah, it's very upright.
It thinks it's a man. Look at that.
Yeah, it might as well just be someone in a costume, honestly.
That close up with the snarl. It's so good. What are they arguing about? I mean, aside from their place in the food chain.
Yeah, like, dang. Oh, wait. Someone's too close to the cliff.
Hmm.
If I'm going, you're going with me? Is that what we're is that where we're at? Doesn't look like it.
And now nobody gets a snack.
Yeah, well, at least they're getting their money's worth.
Okay, I love that it's just watching what happened over the cliff.
It's it got an injury and it didn't even get dinner. Like,
Probably Sage Hill.
yeah.
Speaking of which, we probably should take out the recycling.
Oh, here.
Yeah, I'd absolutely take a breather
5 second
after
rule.
something like that too.
Yeah.
Is okay, Pat, honestly, I hope you come around next week too, because I think you'll enjoy it.
Oh, absolutely. That'd be awesome.
Well, somebody's got a smoking issue. I think it's the plateau.
Well,
There you go. Well, happy early birthday to you.
yeah, happy birthday. Actually, tomorrow's my birthday, now that you mention it. Woo. Woo, birthdays. So I
And
appreciate the Lloyd. Hell yeah.
happy early birthday, sweetie.
Mm-hmm.
And I meant that for you, Alex.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, the
Oh.
parakeet exploding would explain that really small fire.
Yeah, it would actually explain that really small fire.
Maybe they brought the parrot along from earlier just so they could, have a little bit of kindling.
It's why you just don't feed your. It's why you just don't feed your parakeet kerosene. Like.
Paraffin.
There it is. Red for lava. Well, yeah. How else would you represent fire?
Hello there, Alex.
Sorry.
No, there's no need for sorry. I thought that was amazing.
Fair.
Stampede!
Yeah, I would too. Like, it's clearly not safe.
No, I'm fairly certain that you would have a nuclear bomb has been dropped on this location. Seek shelter.
This is bloody brilliant. Oh.
Okay,
Solid.
so is Allosaurus there trying to get a snack for the road? Or is he
Sure
just hitching
seems like
a ride?
Well, could be a case of Scorpion and the alligator. Or is it Scorpion and the duck? I don't know.
It's a scorpion and a frog.
There it is. I knew it was some amphibious creature.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that mountain is exploding.
Go ahead and emerge, everybody.
Yeah. Everybody emerge.
The mountain's only imploding.
Yeah. Yeah, this is straight up forest fire.
Okay, he pushed him into the fire. Did you notice that?
Rude.
He pushed the little bug guy into the fire.
Again, red shirt. Voluntary or not.
Some of the dinosaurs, oh yeah, some of them will be just fine on their plateau.
Yeah.
Assuming that more hunters don't come for them.
Well, yeah. I mean, they've been there for what? Millions of years at this point?
Okay, honestly, Jen, you're right. The neck is perfect. They're making their way across the field. No, I don't blame him for pushing him into the fire.
No.
There might have been a little reused footage right there.
I mean, when you need to save a couple bucks, wouldn't you?
Well, as it turns out, this movie was very successful at the box office. It managed... Let's see... It brought in, I believe, close to $1.3 million, which, you gotta admit, is really something in 1925.
Yeah, Useless Fiend. You're probably not wrong. Ooh. A very pretty view.
I love that purple. That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Well, everybody seems chill at this time.
Well, yeah, there's no more fire to scare everybody.
True. And yeah, remember somebody brought snacks.
Yeah, the Allosaurus brought the snacks.
Yeah, it was even so kind to walk itself there.
A self-walking Allosaur. You couldn't ask for much more than that.
Mm-hmm.
This movie has the distinction of being the first in-flight movie ever shown. It was shown on an Imperial Airways flight from London to Paris in April 1925.
Did it ever make its way over to the States?
This movie or the plane?
This movie.
This was made in the US.
Oh.
First National is an American company.
Sorry, I promise I'm paying attention.
It's okay. I don't believe so, Jen, but, you know, there's no reports that either confirm or deny that issue. Honestly, this is okay. I was going to say that Jocko's a very smart monkey.
Very.
Sure of the relationship between the chimpanzee and the primitive human. Is it a like owner and pet situation? Are they siblings? Are they roommates? I mean, what's their deal? Husband and wife? Maybe.
I like the roommates theory.
Of course, I say that, and all I can think is it's going to be like The Odd Couple. You know, one of them is really, really tidy, very, very strict about everything, and the other one is an utter slob. Aw. Did they tie the thing around the monkey's neck?
Guess they did.
Like it. And what happens if the monkey had fallen?
Then the monkey would have died, and they would have had to come up with another solution. I don't think they were really concerned about the monkey, especially given where they placed the rope.
The monkey became his own grandpa. Thank you. Thank you so much. Really, a 75 by 150 foot, at 75 foot by 150 foot tabletop.
Ooh, I do not like that rope ladder.
No. So for anybody who has anxiety around heights, my apologies.
Yo.
You would not, I'm afraid.
Oh wow, I'm surprised Bug Guy has survived.
Well, you know, survival of the nerdiest.
He really seemed to be just not paying attention this entire time. Like,
well, if it's not a beetle, if it doesn't have 6 legs, he's not into it.
fair.
Okay, the budget for making this film was $700,000, and the box office was 1.3 million.
Hey, that's a pretty good return.
No kidding.
It's like what, 10 times what they put in, at least.
No, it's about twice.
Gotcha.
Just slightly short.
Yeah, no, that's really good.
For the time, yeah.
Hmm.
Also, this film was added to the National Film Registry in 1998. it was deemed culturally, historically, or
Minus 2.9.
aesthetically significant. Really? Almost excellent.
Yeah, that's impressive. So yeah, almost 3 times what they. Yeah, no, 2 times what they put back in. Oh,
And
well, somebody's not gonna make it.
well, additionally, the film is slightly out of focus.
A little bit.
I love how they're trying to aim. Really, y'all, you're gonna have a difficult time.
At this point, I would put both sides together and start just climbing down as quick as possible.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's so lucky he held on.
Can you imagine what his shoulders would be feeling like at this point?
Yeah, no, he's definitely either going to die of an infection at this point or just straight up die. Cause yeah,
Because he's been shot twice now.
yeah, that's death sentence. Yeah, me.
Maybe. Oh, you know what? There might have been something to that husband and wife theory. Evidently, the chimpanzee's name was Mary.
Ah,
Herbie?
yeah,
Aw,
that is absolutely Herbie.
little baby boy.
Yeah, he really didn't roll a nat 20 on that ladder.
The spider monkey is their son.
Perfect.
Okay, honestly,
We're
I got a
expanding
lot of
the Lost World canon.
I really have a lot of respect for her because she's just like, you know what? Yeah, you gotta go keep your obligations.
Yeah. Like, it was rushed to begin with, dude.
Uh-huh.
But we'll always have Purple Misty Cave.
Next time you have a purple haze, you'll think of me. That poor guy. And I don't mean the young guy, I mean the older guy who's just like, you know what? I could swoop in at this moment, but I'm not going to. According to the Wikipedia bestiary for this film,
Mhm.
we have the following. We've got a number of prehistoric animals. We have the Homo erectus, or
I
ape
could
man.
tap this, but. Yeah. Sorry, you were saying.
No, you're fine. They have, let's see, 1, 2, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they have 10 different dinosaurs represented in this film.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I only really saw 4.
There's the Agathalmas, the Allosaurus, the Brachiosaurus, the Brontosaurus, the Edmontosaurus, the Pterodon, the Stegosaurus, the Toxodon. Let's see, the Triceratops, the Tyrannosaurus.
I wonder what a Toxodon looks like.
Yeah. Well,
Some of those still exist? Really?
they were mammals.
Oh.
Okay, they're ungulates. Just trying to see what they're close to.
Oh, geez. The Toxodon looks intense.
Yeah. So apparently, what it ate was a juvenile. So that's why it was smaller. But yeah, that's a thing.
Oh, right. I guess the snack that Pterodon was
Uh-huh.
snacking on.
We thought it was a peccary or a little pig, but oh no no.
No, that's the Toxodon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could bring back evidence.
It also turns out that there may have been an original score in addition to the theme song. And that's not uncommon. There were several studios that would release sheet music for accompaniment to go along with the movie.
Makes sense, especially if you're putting this much into your film.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but
Yeah,
this is
bring it
before
home. Work
Kong.
with Kong. It
No,
is before Kong.
this is after the Pet and before King Kong.
Yes, the dream. Oh, Windsor McKay.
Yeah. By the way, I shared that with a class this week.
Oh boy. I imagine it went over well.
Actually, yeah, it did.
Yeah.
That is Hungerford. Brontosaur in New York. Except this is London. Yeah, let's go ahead and take him to New York after this. New York's had it too good for too long.
Yeah. They haven't had nearly enough disasters in movies.
Goodness, no. All three kitties, huh? Most excellent.
Indeed.
There was a short parody of this film that was released in 1926. It was made by John R. Bray, as in, if you know your animation history, the Bray Heard patent originated with John Bray. Let's see. Apparently, John Bray was known for ripping off other creators.
Seems like a common theme around this time.
Yeah. Have it be an Etiquettosaurus, huh, Pat? place to
I love
park,
that.
okay? It's still trying to sort everything out. Is now superintending the loading. Do you mean supervising?
Most likely.
1925 was also the same year that the Scopes trial was decided.
What
The,
relevance does that have?
the Scopes trial was known as the monkey trial, or the Scopes monkey trial, wherein I want to say a teacher was teaching the theory of evolution, and he ended up being sued over it. So, yeah, let me go ahead and pull just a little more information about that for you, just to help further put this into some context. Oh, and the dinosaur has gone wild.
Oh, yeah, that's a big surprise.
Okay. The Scopes monkey trial got underway in July 1925. This was released in February. And there was a law that had been passed just a few months prior that made it a misdemeanor punishable by fine to teach any theory that denies the story of the divine creation of man as taught in the Bible, and to teach instead that man is descended from a lower order of animals.
Yep, because we all know that's very, very true. Yes, 100%.
Yeah. We had William Jennings Bryan for the prosecution and Clarence Darrow for the defense. Clarence Darrow and the ACLU. It also turned into something of a circus, because this is happening in Dayton, Tennessee, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's the whole town just goes nuts. There's tourists, there's all sorts of folks showing up.
Okay, actually, there is a dinosaur and people on the same screen at the same time.
Yep. Okay, I love that guy's drunk.
Impressed. Yeah. I mean, if you were getting drunk at a bar and a dinosaur walks downtown right in front of your bar, would you be prepared?
No.
Yeah. Shocker. Oh, with these blasphemes, I'm out.
All right. After 8 minutes of deliberation, the jury returned with a guilty verdict, and the high school science teacher had to pay a fine of $100.
That is intense.
2 years later, the Tennessee Supreme Court overturned the Scope trial verdict on a technicality, but left the constitutional issues raised unresolved until 1968, when the U.S. Supreme Court overturned a similar Arkansas law on the grounds that it violated the First Amendment.
Well, yeah. Kind of does.
Oh, hey! Whoa.
Just a lot.
Did you see it? The dinosaur poke its head in on that card game?
Oh, yeah.
Ah, so you pick a heck of a day to stop sniffing glue. Yeah, exactly, Pat.
Yeah. That was clearly designed to silence that teacher.
Oh, yeah. And unfortunately, with what we're seeing coming in Florida and possibly even right here in the state of Ohio, we could be looking at something very similar. Yeah, just try to tell me history doesn't rhyme. I dare ya.
Yeah. That's really disappointing.
Oh,
I mean, I'm
Al,
not
you haven't
surprised
heard.
out of Ohio, but well, correction, I'm not surprised out of Florida.
Okay, I really like that they use London Bridge there to establish, yes, this is in the, oh, London. Oh, the
Yeah,
bridge fell down. Uh-oh.
yeah, but somebody can swim, so we're good. You're keeping me from my dark podcasts.
I'm glad that we can help provide you with some other options, Pat.
Agreed.
I like what the Brontosaurus just out for a swim at this point.
Yeah. I mean, at this
Yes,
point, they're
it.
the London
Go
Bridge
ahead.
is in Arizona. You go ahead and
A London Bridge is there.
gotcha.
And you've seen it, Alex. When you hung out with Grandma and Grandpa Ellers, you went.
Huh. Fair enough. I'll take your word for
Okay,
it.
there's photos, but that's for another
Gotcha.
time. I hope you'll forgive me for not waiting. This is my husband.
An interesting fellow.
Yeah, I can't really say I'm that surprised.
Yeah.
Buddy, you dodged a bullet.
Uh huh.
Boy, Percy there just does not look like he's equipped for anything. Honestly, Jonathan, you're right. He does.
Yeah. Reminds me of the villain from Meet the Robinsons.
I love that those two are just like, well, there's somebody we kind of recognize, but otherwise, dinosaur.
Yeah.
Could be,
I
Pat.
would quite frankly be more concerned about the dinosaur.
Okay, I really love that he pulls the shade down between the. Oh,
Oh, now we have an explanation for the Loch Ness Monster, I guess. The more you know.
and there you have it. Yes, The Lost World, 1925, directed by Harry O. Hoyt.
Mhm.
Right. Well, for next time, I think it's time for safety last.
Yeah, it's about time.
Okay, Jen, you're probably right. That's how he gets to there for the sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I gotta say, this has been fun.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for stopping in and for sharing this movie with us.
Hope y'all have a good night.
Or a
Bye-bye.
good day,
Yeah.
or whatever it is, wherever you are.
Just
Y'all
have a
take
good
care
one.
now.
Bye-bye.